up, everybody? It's Anthony from granddaddyHerps, and this video is basically about my experience with Rodent Pro. This is the first time I've ever ordered from them, and you know, I always feel that if someone does a good job, you should always do a review. Definitely, if they're bad, of course, everyone does it, but you know, you got to make you got to give shout outs to the good people. Go ahead and get this thing open. I'm gonna try to get it open with my hand, but those things are definitely gonna be a little problem. Gotta make sure I don't put my knee into any of these things because these things were freaking solid. They'll cut me up. But one thing that kind of hesitated me a little bit about going with these guys, it said that it would be shipped, I believe. Basically, I placed the order, I think, on the 1st, and it said it would be delivered by like the 5th or 6th. That kind of threw me off a little bit, because if you know anything about frozen feeders, if they're out for too long, they actually start to thaw out. So that kind of worried me a little bit, but I've seen a lot of reviews and wasn't really turned away from it. See, I'm feeling this. This is like ice cold. I can feel cold air coming off of it. So that's very, very good. That's what I want to see. All this insulation is going to help with that. Let me get the camera on the tripod. Alright guys, so I'm probably going to have to take the camera back off the tripod because there's no way I'm going to be able to ensure that I can get everything I do here in the video. So just for now, I'll do this. You know what I don't see? I don't see like an invoice or anything in here, which I'm not really too worried about because I have that saved in my email. But if I do remember, I think I ordered 60 or 40 small rats and 60 medium rats and I think 20 or 30 large rats. But yeah, and it came out to a really good price. I think everything was like all in all like $150 or something. They had a special, and I think it was because of maybe Black Friday or something, but they had a special where I was getting small rats for like less than 50 cents, I think, or 50 cents or so, less than $1, let's put it that way. Mediums were like $1 and some change, and larges were like under $2. So it was like amazing, and shipping wasn't too bad. Usually shipping's kind of bad when you order online. You have to basically fill the box, which it makes sense. But definitely, let me get this camera off the tripod so we can take a look at everything. But one thing really quick, I guess why it takes so long is to keep shipping down, but don't ever worry about that because I didn't know, but these are freezer packs. I think this is, I forget what they call it. No, it's ice cubes. I was thinking it was that dry ice. It might be dry ice. Oh, it is dry ice. So cooler than ice. But let me get this off the tripod. Okay, I'm back. So here's the dry ice. So yeah, one good thing is shipping was pretty quick. It's a couple days. It didn't take too long, you know. So it would just order ahead of time. You know, if you want to feed your snakes or whatever you feed quickly, you know, place your order in time. But let's take a look. So I wish. Oh, they do write it. Okay, so 20 small rats here, and you know, one thing I want to criticize on, if at all possible, is when you order small rats, I like to criticize if a company doesn't deliver what you would feel is like decent quality for, or decent size for a small rat. Taking a look at these are what you would expect a small rat to be. Definitely, you know, let me see if I can try to get like a little comparison with my hand or something. But, you know, I don't have the biggest hand, but you can see, you know, these are decent size small rats. Now, if I were to go, nothing to bash on Triple A Reptile, it's not their fault, but I go to the local Triple A Reptile here in Oceanside, and when you ask for more so on the medium rats, it feels like they give me something this size. And, you know, to me, I don't like to feel like you're already paying a pretty penny. It's for a small rat, I believe it's $4.99 or $5.99 live. Their prices went up a lot because supposedly the person who they get it from is basically, I guess there's a shortage. That's kind of the word on the street for everybody, is that there's just a huge shortage. So they went through a different source, and the source is charging them more, so then they take it out on us. but you know, it is what it is. The way to go is online frozen. Here is 10 medium rats. Now those are definitely medium rats, so let's compare. So right there's the smalls, these are the mediums. See, in this, as if you get a large rat at like Triple R Reptile Live, this is what you're gonna get if you order large, when in fact these are mediums. I'm just saying, I have to criticize, you know, I'm already disappointed that I have to pay $5-6 for a live rat, because 2 or 3 of my snakes only eat live, and that's like $15 a week just to feed those guys. Whereas for, you know, about $5, maybe even less, I could feed all 3 with online. So, you know, I want to criticize, and you know, everyone's ultimate goal, I don't care what anyone says, is, you know, if you keep more than one ball python, ultimately you want to breed it, and when you want to get them up to size, you want a nice thick solid meal. And so when you don't feel like you get your money's worth, it kind of sucks. So, you know, if I'm gonna feed these guys once a week, I want them to get a nice full meal. I don't want to give them something that's only gonna hold them off for 4 or 5 days, and you're gonna get slow progress on getting your snakes up to size. So so far I'm really happy. Let's see, I want to get some larges in here. These are, you know, 20 more small rats. Let's see what these are. Flip it over. 10 medium rats, 10 more medium rats. Okay, let's see what these are. These are 5 large rats. Okay, so let's try to compare. It's gonna be kind of hard, but these are definitely bigger. Now let's try to compare. It doesn't look like too much from the naked eye. These kind of look like they would both be in the same class. It's hard, you know, because you guys are, you know, here behind, you know, the YouTube video. But if you can look, this is a good way to compare right here. So here's a large rat. It's filling up basically both sides right here, whereas this little guy is here to here. So you can see the difference. Now I'm happy with the size of these large rats. You know, this will go for my females, my big females. But all in all, you know, this is going to be basically a review for Rodent Pro. So far I'm happy, and I know I'm going to be happy once I clear out this box. Do I recommend it to you or to a friend? Definitely. It's definitely a cost efficient way to go. If you're going to buy or breed, you know, multiple animals, or keep, you know, multiple animals, definitely the way to go. Happy with shipping. I've used another source before, but in fact this was actually cheaper ordering through Rodent Pro, and I got exactly the same and actually more than what I got actually going to a reptile show, purchasing in person off of a different vendor. And nothing bad against the vendor. I used Lane's Labs, that's who it was. Nothing bad about them. I think that on the smalls, I think on the majority of them, I think I was getting weaned small rats. So that kind of upsetted me, and I paid about $50 more, and I didn't have to pay for shipping, which is now that I ordered this, I'm a little disappointed in that, but nothing bad against them. The rats that they provided me were healthy looking, but again, they were probably a little bit smaller than I had hoped. Their large rats were on point, their medium rats were on point. It's just the small rats. And you know, these things being 4 or 5 days in the mail, rock hard. You can hear that. So all in all, strongly recommend using Rodent Pro. I've heard that, you know, they've had some hiccups in the past with you know, something going around with the rats and mice where, you know, they shipped out a bunch of bad feeders. But don't let that scare you. That kind of stuff can happen with these kind of animals because, you know, they're all in all not really that clean. But you know, none of these feeders, these white feeders, look really like drenched in piss or anything like that. They look pretty good, so I give it thumbs up. Alright guys, hope you guys like that review. If you got any questions, just ask me. But all in all, pretty basic, pretty easy. Get what you get what you pay for. Yeah, peace.